All right, everybody, welcome to it. For round two of your 12U Bulls taking on Memphis. Really, the Royals, but I don't have a Royals scoreboard um, in friendlies. Well, here we go. Bulls taking the ice. We're going to do a 3 minute here. We'll have 13-minute periods, minute and a half penalties. Bulls skated away with the victory. The last one, 16U wound up tying the Nashville Junior Pred Select in a hard fought game. We don't quite have nets set up yet, but here they come. For our college football fans out there, LSU is taking on Texas A&M currently. Auburn, and I don't want to talk about Auburn too much, even though I am a Tigers fan. In Kentucky, Alabama shut out Mizzou earlier today. Judging by the warm-ups, it would appear that Graham Stephen would be starting in net for us, but I'm not 100% sure on that, but we're going to go with that assumption for right now until we know something different. As always, I'd like to take a moment to thank our coaches. Head coach Josh Upteen, assistant coach Chris Brennan, and off ice, videographer, all the other things, me. I help out. Those guys put in a whole lot of effort developing practice plans and actually getting out there skating with the kids. I just shag pucks in the corner. But I do all this cool video stuff for the kids like. So if you have access to the chat, want to drop us a line, give a player a shout out, by all means, feel free. Talk to a couple of the Memphis parents, and if any of y'all are watching, by all means, feel free to give your player a shout out. Also, feel free to mute me. This is a Bulls broadcast, so you don't have to listen to me prattle on. Got about 19 seconds left in the warm-up, and we'll be underway. I would be lying to you folks if I didn't tell you that I have the Auburn-Kentucky game on right now on my phone. I'll cut it off in a minute, though. All right, so that buzzer means warm-ups are over, and we're about to get this thing going. Boys are grabbing up the pucks. I say, boys, Bay and the boys. Get a last-minute word in from Coach Uptain. Somebody bumping some Journey here on the PA system. Gotta love it. Here we go. Referee blew the whistle. Let's get this thing going. Here we go. Starting lineup for your Bulls. We'll have Keegan Brennan, Albertson, Sasha Dedi, and Federley out with him. Back on defense, Big Ben, Lucas Bencomo, and Bay Thomas with Graham Stephen between the pipes. Puck is dropped. We're underway here. Memphis, get it in the zone, but they were offside, so we will check up here and have a face-off right outside the Bulls zone. Keegan pushes the face-off forward. Memphis gets it. They wind up in fire, but it's off of Big Ben's shin pads. That's Sasha trying to advance this puck out of the zone, but gets stopped right at the blue line. They center a pass, put one up high, and it bounces at Graham. Graham jumps on that one. He says, "Not today, sir." For any of my Auburn fans out there, Kentucky just went up 9-0. Not that I think there's too many of us left. Keegan Brennan wins the face-off forward. Sasha takes it with him. Keegan catches up to him now. Keegan's on the rush. It's just Keegan and the goalie. Oh, wow. Keegan drops it off, and Gus comes in behind him, and Gus rams that one home. Gus Federley with the first goal of the game. Keegan pulled up just in time, and it came off his stick. Gus was right behind him. What a play. What a play. Remy Uptain's line checks in. Nate Key, Will Federley with him. Back on defense, we got Fisher and Lucas Colmager. Bulls push this one forward into the zone. Will's going to hold the blue line, backhands it forward, keeps this one live for the Bulls, but oh wow, Lucas Colmager comes in and helps him keep it going. Nate Key on the rush now. Nate Key moving forward. Nate Key tucks it around the goalie's leg pads. Nate Key with the score. Nate coming off a hat trick in the last game. Coach Josh calls this the dozer line. Gets back to Fisher. Fisher backhands it over to Will. Will up to Remy. Remy trying to move through traffic. He throws it down range. Goes behind the net. Nate's going to get there. Tries to tap that one in, but the goalie sticked it aside. Will Federley working to body his man. Memphis on the rush. They take a shot, and it bounces off of Graham's glove and into the back of the net. Nice shot. So Memphis, tit for tat, climbs right back into it, 2-1. Puck is dropped. Memphis wins it. They send it forward. Big Ben picks it up. He sends it up for Caleb Doro. It bounces around Caleb's stick, and probably going to be icing. No icing. Tripp gets there, takes a shot point blank on net, but the goalie stops that one. Ethan Buck picks it up on the near side boards. Riverkings go to throw this one out. It bounces off of Colton's stick, and it's not going to be an icing, so they've got to get down there. Colton puts it in his skates and using his body to press the guy off the puck. They come up with it, try for the wraparound, but Ethan Buck says, "No, sir." Caleb Doro has it on his stick, trying to advance it out. They do. Tripp picks it up. Tripp skating around one. Here comes Tripp. It's him and Ethan all by their lonesome. He takes his shot. The goalie drops it. Ethan comes in to clean it up, and oh, wow. Oh, that was, I thought Caleb Doro was going to bounce it over the goalie's head. Ethan takes another shot, gloved down by the Memphis goalie. Great rush play. Everybody in position to make something happen there. Just couldn't connect. Nice play by that goalie. Keegan Brennan's line checks in. He's got Sasha and Gus with him. Colmager and Bay back on defense. Sasha takes a shot, but it's wide right of the net. Pressure from Keegan. Gets to Sasha. He tries to go back to his defense, but they get right around Colmager, and they're on the rush again. Bay's going to have to get back. Oh, they beat Bay at the blue line. They go for the pass, and they get it right over Graham's pad. So just like that, scores tied 2-2. Score update. Kentucky's up on Auburn 10-0. Keegan's line stays out. Memphis wins it. Advance into the Bulls territory. Cole Major to Keegan. Bay now has it, sends it up for Sasha. Sasha can't stay with it, but he does run it down. Oh, and it comes off of his stick. And Memphis is going to clear the zone. Oh, they hit a guy way deep in space. And he misses wide. Puts another shot on net, but Graham seals the pipe. Keegan comes in and steals it. Stolen right back. Memphis has it. They go to center it. Nothing doing. Graham got the stick over and deflected that. Cole Major has it now. Skating out. Nobody is coming to challenge him, so he goes up and he sends it up for Keegan. It gets just a little bit ahead of Keegan, but he runs it down. Keegan goes behind the net, goes to center it for Sasha, but Sasha can't connect. Gus now puts a shot out, but it gets right in number 8's chest, and number 8 on the rush. Gus slows him down there. Sasha catches up to it against the near side boards. Sending it back up for Gus. Bay goes wide looking for Keegan right in the center. Keegan's all by his lonesome, but number 8's coming. Keegan takes a shot, and the goalie covers it up. Remy's line checks in. Nate Key on his left, Will Federley on his right. We got Big Ben Fisher back on defense. Remy wins this one, pushes forward, but it's immediately met with the stick of a Memphis player. Will Federley on the back check, and Fisher challenges in the neutral zone and causes the turnover. They send it back down range, and Nate Key's turning on the Jets now. Nate Key's right there. Puts a stick on it, and we're going to have a penalty. We have a hook on Nate. Okay. I did not see that. Maybe you guys at home saw it, but I certainly didn't. So Nate Key will be in the box for a minute and a half. Bulls will be on a PK. Caleb and Ethan out on offense. Caleb's going to take the face off here. Caleb wins it back to his defense. Cole Major uses the boards, tries to clear the zone, but it gets right to Memphis. And a shot was deflected by Memphis, and then it went over into the corner. Big Ben bats it out to the boards, and Ethan gets there. He's going to knock it down range and give the Bulls time to get out. Oh, that was offsides, unfortunately. Caleb Doro had the Jets turned on and was booking it through the neutral zone, but Fisher come into Memphis territory and couldn't quite get back in time. So we'll reset, have a face-off in the neutral zone. Same lines out, except we changed defenders. We've got Colton and Bay back on defense now. Memphis wins this one. They circle back. Pass down range, gets in the Bulls zone. Bay puts a stick on it and slows him down. More pressure by Bay, puts him into the wall. Shot right to the center, and jumps into Graham's glove, and Graham snatches that one out of the air. .45 seconds left on the PK for the Bulls. New offense, we've got Keegan and Sasha in for forwards. Memphis wins this back towards their defense, but Keegan and Sasha decide to pressure. It gets behind the net. They go for a centering pass. Keegan's there, gets in his skate. Now a shot from the boards, stopped by Graham, and Bulls throw this one out. It's tipped. Keegan's going to turn the Jets on. Sorry, that's Sasha. Pressuring. The forecheck is awesome here by the Bulls. Memphis regroups, enters the zone. They try to toe drag around the defense, but Cole Major's having none of that. They go back to their defenders and throw a shot from long range. Bay Thomas kicks that one out with a stick. This one goes way over the net and comes out. Now, Bulls have killed the penalty. Nate's on the ice. Moving through traffic, it's number 8. Takes a shot, and that one's in the net. Memphis goes up 3-2. Memphis pushes forward and immediately in the zone. Big Ben dropping back to defend. They go around the net. Remy Uptain harassing the guy. He tries to center one, but it goes wide. Will Federley's going to get there first. Will skating through, makes a move, beats the guy on the side. It's him and Cole Major. Will takes a shot, bounces off. Nate comes to clean it up. And Remy, who's back on defense now, can't quite keep that one in. It's going to get back in the Bull zone, so he's hustling back there. Remy's going to get there first. Uses the boards, advances it up. Nate turning on the speed here. Nate gets there before the Memphis player does. Sends it over for Will. Will tries to backdoor that one, but nothing doing. Memphis runs with it. A poke check from Cole Major causes them to slow down, and it's still in their zone. Nice job by Lucas right at the blue line to challenge there. Remy Uptain back checking and disrupting. They tried to skate into the slot, but nothing doing. The Bulls push him out. Post. Graham gonna have to pie that post dinner today. Another shot kicked aside by Graham. Will Federley gets back to it. Will advancing, chips it over to Cole Major. Cole Major up through the center. Lucas tiptoes around and gets tripped up, and he goes into the net. Puck goes wide though. Net came all the way off its mooring, so they're going to have a face-off out here in the neutral zone. Tripp checks in now. He'll take the face-off. He's got Ethan on his left, Caleb on his right. Fisher and Colton back on defense. Memphis wins this one forward, but immediately harassed by Fisher. Fisher trying to send this one back up range for the Bulls. Memphis advances in. Tripped right there. They try to center this when they do. Graham kicks it aside though. Tripp to the boards. Trying to advance this one up. Colton there. Colton's going to bat this one towards the blue line, but Memphis is right there. Here comes Fisher. Fisher goes for a pass to Tripp. Tripp tips it up to Caleb, but can't connect there. And now Fisher gets tied up. Caleb there. Caleb gets it on his stick, advances in the zone, but can't just settle that one down and do much with it. Now here comes number 8. A tap by Ethan causes this one to go in the corner. Colton using his body to speed it over to Caleb. Bulls trying to get this one clear. Ethan couldn't quite get a stick on it, but it does clear the zone, and Ethan's on the attack now. Fisher slings this one all the way down the ice, and we're going to have an icing. New line checking in. Keegan's going to take the face off. Sasha and Gus with him. Sasha dances forward, but immediately met by the defense of Memphis. Keegan moving through traffic. Up the near side boards, gets harassed, and they turn it over. Then Como loads up and fires to Keegan. Keegan goes right past the guy. Keegan Brennan with the fake, and it hits the goalie's pads. He tries for the wraparound, nothing doing. Bay Thomas gets it now. Bay sets up, fires it to the center. Can't quite connect, but Gus Federley's going to put a stick on it. Makes a move. It can't stay on the stick. Bay gets it back again. Bay trying to load that pass up. Big Ben comes in and shoots it, and the rebound cleaned up by Sasha Dediu. Great job of maintaining that pressure. And Sasha, buddy, I know I promised I would fix your fly out, and I haven't done it yet, so I'm sorry, man. Been real busy. If only I got paid to do this. All right, Remy's line checks in. Remy ties up his man at the face-off and wins it over to Nate. Nate comes back into the neutral zone, moving through traffic. Nate's getting pushed against the boards really hard. Number 8 picks it up. Great job by Will to back check and stop. He goes across looking for Will. Will tips it out. Now Will turning the speed on. Here comes Will. Hits Cole Major. Cole Major tries to make a play from his rear end because he lost his feet. Remy coming back now. Remy has it. Goes across to Will. Cole Major was offside, so we're going to have a face-off. I think he made that step right in time with the puck, but he was about a half step too early. New line checking in. Tripp, Ethan, and Caleb out there for offense. We got Fisher and Bay back on defense. Memphis wins and pushes flat. But nothing doing. They miss it. Caleb tries to clear that one, but he can't get it out. The kid is gigantic. Trying for a backhand pass, and Tripp was right there, almost intercepted it, but pushed it in the zone instead. Memphis clears it. Fisher sends it back at him, but 86 is right there. I thought Elijah was a big kid, but this kid is massive. Caleb on the boards, plays it through the feet. Now Caleb's going. Caleb stick from a defender, causes it to go up against the boards, turns it over. Big Ben checks in, moving through space. Ethan managed to barely tag up. Big Ben holds the line. Ethan goes and pursues. Ethan gets it in the corner, crosses for Caleb, but it jumps over his stick. Tripp puts a skate on it, and number 8 now has it. Nice job by Bencomo to poke check that one away. They send it up for Caleb, but it gets a little too far in front of him. Ethan Buck steals it now. Ethan Buck on the attack, goes through the center. It gets caught up in some skates. Ethan manages to come away with it. Takes a shot point blank on the goalie, but the goalie stuffs him. Cherry picking down here. And tries to tip it over the goalie, but he throws it right up into the netting. I guess because he threw it straight up into the netting, we're going to have a face-off outside the zone. So Keegan out for the face-off. Keegan wins it, but immediately loses the puck, and 8's right there. Fisher using the body, gets him off the puck. Colmager has it. Keegan loses his feet, picked up by Gus. Gus going in the zone. Tries to make one guy miss, goes around behind the net, loses it off the end of his stick, and Memphis picks it up. Gus flips it up for Sasha. Sasha tries to center this one, but it's intercepted, and that's going to be the first period of play, guys. Tied up 3-3. We'll take a quick break. Be right back with you. All right, so 25 seconds left in the break here. Again, for my college football fans, Auburn is still down 10-0. And will probably remain that way until Hugh Freeze is fired. All right, that buzzer means we are in the second period. Checking in between the pipes is number 13 in your program, number 1 in your heart, Elijah Cole. At least in our hearts, yeah. Keegan Brennan out for the face-off. Gus and Sasha with him. Memphis wins this one forward. Defense pinches down. Colton does a great job getting in there and digging that puck out. They clear the zone. Memphis throws it in, and that's offsides. Number 8 made the Pete Rose slide to try to get back on sides and couldn't quite do it. Memphis pushes forward into Bulls territory. They go for the cross-ice pass. 86 can't wrangle it down. Skating into the middle. They go to throw this one at the net, but it goes way over. Gus digs that one out. Gus on the rush now. It's Gus and Keegan. Gus goes around, backhands it, and the goalie deflects that one aside. They body Gus off the puck now, and they're on the rush.
Be ready, Elijah!
Elijah snatches that one out of the air. Says, "Get that weak mess out of my face." Puck is dropped. Memphis wins it back towards their defense, but Remy Uptain pushing forward, and that was Nate, and Memphis couldn't quite keep it in as they send it back towards the Bulls. That's an offsides. Memphis taking a second to check some new players in. Remy wins it over towards Will, but Will can't keep a handle on it. Gets back to the defense. They send it up, and that's going to be an icing. No icing. Nate Key picks it up behind the net, goes to center it. Nobody's there. Gets back to Colmager. Colmager gets challenged, and Memphis throws it way down the ice. There goes big number 86, skating behind the net. Toe drags and makes him fake. It goes through the crease. And Will Federley is going to play it against the near side boards. Gets to Nate Key, back to Will. Will skating through the neutral zone. Will enters the zone. He's right there in the center. He goes right under the coach leg pad. Will Federley with the score. Coach Josh, if you're watching later on, that means you owe people gummy worms because both the Federleys have scored in the same weekend. Tripp's line checks in. Tripp wins it over to Ethan. Ethan makes a couple miss. Ethan in the zone, takes a shot wide of the net. Tripp slowing him down against the far side boards. Cole Major dropping back. It's a 2-on-1. They go cross ice to number 8, but Caleb comes in and puts a stick on it, helping his goalie out there. Bulls trying to clear the zone here. Tripp is putting on the speed and gets there first. Memphis decides to just retreat and protect the slot. Caleb Doro intercepts on that pass, trying to make something happen here, but he's got two guys harassing him now. Cole Major Big Ben stepped up to try to make a play there, and number 8 blew right by him. Fisher challenges up to Ethan. Ethan backhands forward. Tripp has got to turn the speed on. He does. Manages to get there and pickpocket the defenseman. But number 8 right there, Ethan, skates into it. Ethan's got Caleb on the far side. It gets on Caleb's stick. He doesn't have a good shot, so he sends it behind the net to Ethan. Ethan circles. Sends it over to Big Ben. Big Ben barely keeps it in, but then they blew the whistle. So they're going to call offsides on that. Probably close enough to, that's a good call. Bulls had won that forward, but it's immediately intercepted by Memphis. Memphis presses through the center. They take a shot right around Elijah. All right. Keegan pushes forward, but again, they grab the puck right at him, and this one flips up and into the Memphis bench. Memphis sends it forward. Bay gets it. They're not pressing, so she sends it up to Sasha, who immediately taps it forward to Keegan. Keegan enters the zone, goes between the legs of the defender, and almost, but the defenseman puts a stick on it. Gus Federley retreats back, tries to get open for a one-timer. Keegan's got it, but they're just not pressuring him at all. Sasha gets it behind the net, goes to Keegan. Keegan goes back to Gus. Gus can't quite keep a handle on it, gets pushed against the wall. We got no call on that. It was kind of really a boarding if it was anything. Here comes Sasha back challenging. The net, it's stopped by Cole Major. Cole Major sends it up, looking for Keegan, but it bounces off of his stick, and here comes Gus rushing in, but he can't beat number 46. Sasha trying to challenge right at the blue line. This dude still down here, skating deep in the neutral zone. 93, Faye Thomas back there on defense, doing what she does best. Handle on it, and they send it to the net, but it's stopped by Colton Pennington. Keegan's up there. Keegan gets it now on his stick. He's got one to beat. Keegan goes around him right in front of the goalie. They pull the goalie out of position, but he manages to put a stick on it. Gets back to Cole Major. Cole Major winds up and fires. Hits a guy right in the face. Sasha Sent it up for Gus, but Gus couldn't get a handle on it because he was being harassed. Gets back to Bay. Bay goes to Cole Major. It gets past Cole Major's stick. And here he comes. Here comes number 8 on the rush. They score. Remy's line checks in. Remy ties up with number 8. Gets it over to Nate Key. Nate Key on the rush now. Nate winds up and fires. The goalie blocks it, but he goes down on one knee and was slightly out of position there for a second. Cole Major backhands it up to Will. Will tried to make a shot, but it wound up hitting a defenseman. Gets over to Nate Key. Nate fans on the first pass, makes another pass over there looking for Remy. Remy cleans it up, and oh, that one just bounced off the post. Will sends it around for Remy. Remy goes to settle it down, but number 8 puts a stick on it. He feeds up, and that should be icing. 100% icing. There we go. Memphis wins the faceoff. Ethan gets right in there and puts a skate on it. Caleb Doro comes in the corner to battle. Caleb comes away with it. Caleb sends it to Ethan right in front of the net, and Ethan puts it in the back of the basket. Great job, great play, both of them in there, working hard, pressing for that goal. 5-5. Memphis wins it back to their defense. Tripp trying to pressure big number 86. They take a shot way over the net. Pick gets it up. Immediately turns it over. Right in the low slide. It goes right at Elijah. Elijah dives on it. Tripp's down, but he's getting up slow. All right, he's up. Keegan sends it forward right at the defense, but comes up to challenge. It gets over to Gus. Gus is working it into the zone. Keegan's there. It goes back to Cole Major. Cole Major skates into the slot and batted aside by the goalie. Cole Major's in the corner digging it out, but number 8 comes up with it. He backhands it around. It's going to get to Colton. Colton sends it up to Sasha. Sasha backhands it forward for Keegan, but stick of a defender gets right there. And they're on the rush. It's just Colton and 4 Memphis. Colton gets there, and Elijah snatches that one out of the air. Nice save, E. Sasha has it in the corner, tries to cross the ice, but can't quite do it. They take a shot. It's right in front of E. Elijah manages to get wide on that one. Number 8 threw the brakes on and reversed the wraparound. Bulls desperately trying to clear this one. Too much pressure going on, and it gets up to Gus. Gus has it all by his lonesome now, but they catch up to him very quickly. Whole lot of pressure there from number 8. Pennington settles it down, sends it over to Colmager. Colmager backhands it up towards Keegan, but Keegan can't quite get to it. Keegan's there now. Memphis clears the zone. Colton backing up with number 24 and Elijah with the kick save. Colmager moving through traffic, loses his feet. Keegan Brennan right there in the slot, and Elijah flashes the leather and snatches that one out of the air. .440 left in the second period. Remy's line checks in. Defense. Colmager taps it forward as they try to make a centering pass. They do clear the zone this time. Memphis is going to have to retreat and get back. They do. In the zone now. Immediately challenged by Big Ben, and Remy pushes it into Elijah's bread basket to stop that one. Memphis wins it again. They fire right from the high slot, misses wide. Big Ben backhands it forward, looking for Nate Key. Another shot right into, I think that was Fisher's. Big Ben over there to clean it up. Nate Key on the backside. Nate gets tripped, no call. Remy on the move. He's got Will on the far side. Throws it into the near side corner here in Memphis territory. Will tried to backhand it to Nate and almost made contact. Big Ben stepped up to make the play and got beat deep. Bay is back. It's her and 86 and Elijah. He takes a shot, but it's wide of the net. 8 comes up with it. He's in the high slot. Passes it down to 86. 86 takes a shot, but Elijah puts the glove on it again. Three minutes and 31 seconds left in the second. Tripp wins forward, but 86 is there to snatch it from him. Caleb Doro goes up the boards, clears the zone. They take just a bit too long on that pass, and Caleb was there to harass him. Bay working up the far side boards, trying to clear the zone. They've got it pinned against the wall. Tripp has a man pinned. They send one at Elijah, and it bounces over his glove. Caleb to Tripp. Tripp gets shouldered in the head, and nothing, no call again. Ethan Buck, all by him up here, fires a bullet at the goalie. The goalie stands tall. Here comes Colmager. This one up and get him one. It's on the back of the net. Colmager digs it off. Backhands one towards Bay. Uses the boards. It's in a little deeper. Memphis on the rush now. They beat defense again. Try to cross it, but this one's going to get out of the zone. Memphis is going to have to check back in. They all look, everybody on the ice looks really tired right now. Tripp hits Ethan deep in the neutral zone. Ethan Buck winds up, takes a shot, blockered aside by the goalie. Ethan tips it backwards to keep this one live for the Bulls. Colmager stepped up to try to make a play there, but he left Bay to a 2-on-1. It gets ahead of the Memphis player, and Bay puts it in the boards to slow this down. Tripp now getting bodied against the boards, goes down. Colmager sends it up for Caleb Doro. Caleb can't wrangle it in. Ethan Buck picks it up now. Ethan skating through. Ethan goes around one. It's Ethan and one player, and the goalie. Ethan takes a shot, but the goalie stymies him. They throw this one way down range, and Colton Pennington's going to have to hustle back. They take a shot, and Elijah slaps it down, and it goes around his pads. Six to 5, Memphis. Keegan's line checks in. Fisher clears this one up for Keegan. Memphis is offsides, but no call. 8 goes down. Sasha tries to put a stick on it. They take a shot at Elijah. Bounces off his chest, and he dives on it. Take a shot at Elijah, and he dives on it. Keegan again for the faceoff.
Get ready. Move that puck.
Keegan advances forward, goes around one, sends it up. He's got Sasha right there with him. Number 8 comes back with a back check and disrupts the play. They send it back to the defense, but defense caught flat-footed again. Here comes number 8. The point for him. Oh, Elijah managed to stop it. Line change for the Bulls. Remy, Will, and Nate out. We got Bay and Big Ben on defense. Bulls trying to clear the zone here. Nate Key taps it around one, and that's offsides. No call again. And that's going to be your second period. We'll be back after a quick break. All right, we're back. Graham Stevens coming in for attendee duty for the third period. Remy Uptain out for the face-off with Nate and Will. Remy started to win this one forward, but 86 was there to steal it away. Blows past our defense, takes a shot. Graham butterflies right on it. But it's a goal. So Bulls go down another point. Memphis wins it, retreats back in their zone. Nate's harassing them, but can't take the puck away. Take a shot at Graham. It bounces off his glove behind the net. Remy picks it up, sends it up for Will. Will advances up the far side boards, gets caught up a little bit, but he's in the zone now. Backhands it over for Nate, but it's too slow, and number 8 jumps on it, and he's on the rush again. He's number 8 and number 86. They have scored every single goal this team has gotten. Bulls get it up to Nate. Nate dekes around one. Nate Key now on the rush. One-on-one with the goalie. He tries to go between his legs, and Will Federer cleans it up. Great job by Nate to get in there and put that one on net, but Will was in the right spot to get that one. The Bulls climb back in this one, 7-6 Memphis. Tripp for the face-off. Gets it over to Caleb. Tripp picks it up, but as he enters the zone, is immediately challenged by a Memphis player. Ethan Buck circles back, gets in the zone. Tripp was offsides, but there's no call. I'm glad we have an official out here to do nothing. They tip it around Bay on the rush. Ethan Buck with the back check, steals it. Really great work by Ethan to get back there. He sends it up for Caleb. Caleb can't settle it down, and it gets up to Bay. Caleb lofts it up and into the neutral zone, but number 8 now has it. Caleb challenges, causes a turnover, but he cannot put a stick on it, and they send it right back at us. Bay Thomas sends it up towards Caleb. Caleb goes through Tripp's feet over to Ethan. Ethan Buck makes a move and skates right into the goalie. The goalie butterflies on top of the puck, freezing the play. Keegan Brennan sends it back to Colton. Gets past, that did not go across the blue line, but hey, you know, officials missed all the other calls, so why not?
Keep passing, put it together.
Keegan sends it over to Gus. Gus backhands it in. Keegan chases that pass down, circles in the corner, backhands it in the slot for Sasha, but Sasha can't tip it in. Sasha circles behind, sends it to Keegan. Keegan tries the one-timer. Nothing doing. Colton gets it from the blue line, takes a shot, just barely wide of the net. Gus circles, and they steal it, and they're on the rush now. Colton puts a stick in there and slows the guy down just a little bit, gives his defense partner time to catch up. Really great play by Colton Pennington. Keegan Brennan chasing down this one in the neutral zone now. Keegan's juking and deking, and he goes right over the goalie's head. And Keegan Brennan puts his back tied. Nine minutes and 57 seconds left. Remy's line checks in now.
Keep it in front, Steve. Keep it in front of you.
7-7. Remy pushes it forward, but the defense intercepts it. Will Federley gets it on his stick, and he's going to throw it deep in the corner. Remy on the rush and kicks it almost into the goal. Number 8 flings it out wide, but Will Federley puts a stick on it, slows it down. Memphis right there. Cole Major tries a stick lift, but gets tied up, and they both go down. Remy Uptain digging against the boards, trying to send it down range. Remy laying the body to that guy that's 3 times his size. They go for a cross-size pass, but nothing doing. Nate Key trying to advance this one out now. Again, no dice. Memphis sends it in the corner. Nate's going to pick it up. Nate skating up the near side boards. They're not challenging him directly, so he might as well just keep skating. Throws it on net. Will throws the brakes on, and it goes behind the net. Gets on top of the netting, and Memphis comes away with it. Fisher to Nate. Nate and a Memphis player collide. Cole Major misses it. It's got to get back. Lays out, and Memphis comes away with it. They try to hit number 8 on the backside, but good job by the defenseman, Fisher Renicky there. That was a hooking, no call. Tripp sends it up for Will. Will on the rush. Will takes a shot, and it's wide, but he's got to keep moving his feet there. Tripp gets it and circles through the point, and Tripp is shoulder checked, no call. 86, moving through space. He takes a shot, and Graham puts a glove on it and freezes that one. For those of you who care, Auburn has tied it up 10-10. Tripp still out for the face-off. We've got Ethan and can't tell who that is with him on offense. Looks like Big Ben. Oh, sorry, Caleb Doro's there. Ethan wins it. Ethan on the rush now. It's Ethan Buck. Ethan slows down, and it's right in front of the goalie, but the goalie puts a stick on, or put his glove on it, and they couldn't connect there. Probably should have made that pass. Tripp again for the faceoff. Ethan lobs one at the net. Goes wide. Tripp gets there. Tries to put it on net. Can't do it. Too much traffic. Tripp steals this one away. Starts to move it back up the ice, but he's immediately challenged by the Memphis players. Tripp again. He's there trying to tip it forward to Caleb. Nothing doing. Memphis on the rush now. They shoot one at Graham, and he throws a glove up and snatches that one out of the air. Keegan for the face-off. Memphis wins it. They take a shot from the point, and Graham sticks that one aside. Picked up by Colton. He's moving through space. Nobody's really challenging, so he should just keep skating. He dumps it forward, chases his own pass, and 8's going to come away with it now. Sasha stepped up to challenge, but 8's still moving. Difference is he doesn't ever stop moving his feet. Takes a backhanded shot, goes over Graham's shoulder, and number 8 scores. .641 left to play. Remy for the face-off. He's got Nate and Will with him. Nate Key on the rush there. It bounces off the goalie's glove. Will gets it, settles it down, takes the shot, and Nate was right there to clean it up, but too much traffic. That was offsides. I don't think he was going to call it at first, but it definitely was. Will didn't quite make it back to the line when Big Ben lobbed it forward.
Put the pressure on, Bulls. Put it.
Memphis pushes forward. Collinger falls down. 8 on the rush. Moves through traffic. Graham with a kick save. Nate picks it up behind the net. Trying to move through traffic. Advances it out. 8. Golf swings at that one. Nate chips it forward looking for Will, but he can't get to him. And they send it forward into Bulls territory. Colmager has it on his stick, sends it up for Remy. Remy can't get it past number 8. Remy having his stick held, but makes it through traffic. Colmager now on the rush. Colmager gets wrestled down and no call. Goalie dives on it. Still hasn't blown the whistle, but he finally does. Like, we can't buy a call today. I don't get it.
All right, Bulls. Keep the pressure. Keep the pressure.
Trip out for the face-off. Ethan and Caleb with him. Goes back to Memphis's defense. Ethan Buck was right there. Caleb Doro in the low slot takes a shot. It's wide of the net. Ethan picks it up in the far side corner. Ethan settling down, examining his options. Gets pressured there, and Memphis just steals it right out of his hands. 86-8 on the rush here. They're obviously going to try to score, but 86 dumps it back to his defender. And Ethan Buck comes in. That was offsides, no call. Should have been offsides on us, but again, glad we have an official here to do nothing. Bay Thomas steps up, bats it backwards to Ethan. Ethan launches a bomb, but it misses the net. Caleb Doro battling behind the net, trying to make something happen, loses it off the end of his stick. Bay Thomas has it. She's going to send it up against the far side boards. Bay battling forward. She tips it at the net. It dies, no icing. Bay with the forward pressure. They send it all the way down for 24, standing on our blue line. And Colton beats him to it. Colton's going to send this one forward, looking for Ethan. It bounces off of Ethan's stick. Number 8 checks up before he causes an offsides. Ethan's pressuring. Skates right around everybody, but they had a guy offside, so we will have a face-off in the neutral zone. 3 minutes and 56 seconds left to play. Memphis up by 1. Auburn score is still 10-10. Keegan Brennan for the face-off. Gus Federley gets in there. Advances the puck forward. Gus, against the near side boards, moves it into striking position, but he loses his feet. Sasha to Keegan. Keegan wrangles it down, flips one up at the net, and the goalie just falls on that one. Kind of a haphazard play, but Bulls made it work. Keegan Brennan for the face-off. They win this one back towards Big Ben, but 86 just blows straight past him. Sasha on the back check there to help out. Swipes at the puck instead of staying in position, and they go over Graham's shoulder between his legs. The player shot between his legs and went over Graham's shoulder. Yeah. It's quite clear 8 and 86 could score a million goals in this game if they wanted to. That's a little uncalled for to showboat like that. But Remy out for the face-off. Nate and Will with him. Here comes 86 again. Takes another point-blank shot on Graham. Graham kicks this one aside. They send it up for Nate. Nate's on the rush now. Gets around one. Nate in the zone, goes around the goalie, and Nate tucks that one around the pad. Bulls climbing back in this one. They've got 3 minutes to make something happen here. Still down by one. Will Federley picks it up, circles wide, the far side boards. Nate Key battling. Gets back to Remy. Remy throws it at the net. It's still live. Will tried to come in and play that, but couldn't get there quite in time. Nate Key trying to send it over for Will. Intercepted by number 8. He skates behind the net. Blows by one. Remy gets tripped. Again, no call. Nate Key. Challenge right in the high slot. They turn it over. Trying to hit the cherry picker at the blue line. Remy wrecks a kid in the middle of the ice. They send it right back at Bay. Remy spins, fires it back up towards Cole Major. Cole Major advancing forward. Cole Major behind the net. Takes a shot. Will trying to clean up the loose change. Nothing doing. Nate came in. Still couldn't get it. Defense is all out of position because somebody skated forward and Bay's by herself. And they blow past Bay. And wow, Graham threw the glove out there and snatched that one right out of the air. Good job. Minute 43 to make something happen here. Trip Freeman out for the face-off. Colton Pennington on the far side, advances in, hits Ethan Buck on the near side. Ethan stops, and he hits the goalie right in the chest. Great job by Colton making that play happen. Ethan right there with him. Trip out for the face-off. This one gets over to Ethan. Ethan tries to send it to Caleb Doro, his wing partner. It eventually does get over to Caleb. Caleb, they don't seem to have a whole lot of urgency to him. There's only a minute left in the zone. They take a shot. Fisher deflects it way up and into the netting. That should have been out of bounds, but again, that referee has not made a single call worth a crap tonight. Cole Major advancing forward. Gets to Ethan. Oh, excuse me, that was Colton. And the player fell on it, kicked it, and they're going to feed the guy in space again, and there it goes. Well, that's going to be game. 47 seconds left. 40 seconds left. Bull's going to wind up dropping this one to Memphis. At least 10 to 8. Here comes number 8. It's a 3-on-1 rush. Pass it over, take a shot. Graham swallows that one up. Good job, Graham. Keegan Brennan gets it, starts to break away with it through traffic, hits Sasha. Big Ben intercepts it, sends it right back at him, but Memphis intercepts again, blows right past our defense, and that one hit the post. And that's game. We'll be back in the morning. Thank you all for watching, and go Bulls.